Ready? Ready. Ready. Ready.
Hello, my fellow Type AB blood donors who thought the checkbox labeled Type O actually followed a trick question and therefore must be the right answer. Would you like to know what wacky physiological stuff goes down when you give someone the wrong blood type? Well, it's really just too bad the video you're watching right now has absolutely nothing to do with the distribution of blood. This is a science fiction themed YouTube channel. What the video you're watching actually has something to do with is this little pond in the middle of Canada that presents itself in bloody red. That's right, SCP-354, the Red Pool, is an uncanny little landmark that was first discovered on accident by survivors of a plane crash. Upon being examined by authorities, the Red Pool was initially given an object class of Euclid. But then the pool turned out to be this multi-dimensional portal of high magnitude biological destruction and shit, so they decided, you know what, I think we should graduate you to class Keter. Object class Keter. Time for Keter class. After a bat-like creature emerged from inside the pool and massacred the team observing it, the SCP Foundation constructed Area 354, a 20-foot wall surrounding the pool, in which armed guards stood by on the catwalk tasked with shooting any entity that red liquid pit spits out. I think it looks like something like this. I mean, from the looks of it, this SCP must mean big life on Earth threatening business, and for something that isn't white, SCP-354 sure does bring a lot of atrocious beings into existence. Wow, I really just made a joke about someone's race. Document 354-1-A contains a list of all the anomalous entities that popped up from the pool. Yeah, there's a bunch of them. Almost all of them just want to kill people. They just want to kill people, you know? 354-1, the giant bat that originally destroyed Epsilon 38, the team that was observing the pool back when the pool had the object class of Euclid. It was neutralized by the MTF. 354-2, a bulletproof echidna that couldn't escape the pool and was subsequently napalm bombed. Knuckles. 354-3, levitating black metallic sphere of doom that shoots lasers that cripple people, wreaking havoc across the land until one of the doctors at the site smacked it with a sledgehammer, causing the big ball to explode. The doctor is secretly a North Atlantic right whale in disguise. 354-4, a 15-foot tall reptile man immune to gunfire that actually managed to escape the confines of Area 354. Before, of course, this reptilian got eaten alive by the quite definitively even more reptilian might of the SCP Foundation using an operation what they call Omega-7 Pandora's Box. What's this Pandora's Box, you ask? It's when they convince a bunch of big, strong SCPs to cooperate and carry out whatever task that needs to be done. In this case, neutralizing the 15-foot tall reptile man. 354-5. Oh, this one's objectively pretty funny. Basically what happened was 354-6. Oh yeah, an Indian guy just happened to be there and just exist there and then die because, I don't know, maybe just don't appear in strictly forbidden areas in which everybody working in the area is scared out of their freaking minds and shit 24/7? Okay, let me put it like this. Why the cluckety duck did you think it was a good idea to bathe in the liquid equivalent of a red flag? You gotta learn when to say ick, Indian man. Unless, Vine Boom sound effect, he was all like ick, but he was nice and just went along with all the ickness, but chose the worst possible time to finally act upon his inner ick. Stay tuned for more ick. Well, would you look at that? The data for entries 7 to 13 is corrupt. I sure do hope nothing relevant happened. I really don't need more dramatic irony in my life. Love of my life, I am going on another mystery business trip. Wow, I wonder what it's about, but not enough to ask for more information because I'm too busy laying in bed increasing my life expectancy. 354-14, an octopus monster with 5 tentacles grabbed a bunch of D-class personnel and pulled them back beneath the surface of the pool.
Wow, this seems awfully familiar to something I shouldn't want to be familiar with.
The mobile task force starts blasting the guns at the octopus monster, and then the octopus monster just emerges and leaves. The day is saved, I think.
Hello, Mart. I just wanted to ask a question. Wouldn't an octopus with 5 tentacles technically be called a pentapus?
Nerd, you're a nerd. Nerd, bet you get no pentapussy, you nerd. Wait, what the fuck just came out of my mouth? 354-15, an ice lion cat hopped over the wall, dodged everyone's bullets, and flipping football tackled a bunch of people, tearing them to shreds. All hope seemed lost and stuff, but then like 354-16, a magma lion cat appeared and just beat the shit out of the ice lion cat, much to the chagrin of absolutely nobody, killing it before cooling down and solidifying into a statue. One of the SCP doctors has the statue in their office now so they could feel secure about themselves or something, I don't know. 354-18, an invisible robot killed 90% of the guard personnel before powering down 60 seconds after emerging from the pool. 90%, that's a pretty big percentage as far as I can see. Like, I'm not blind. Anyone could look at that percentage and insightfully say, ay, ay, ay. The robot's parts were subsequently taken apart and its components are now under study. Speaking of study, I have a theory. What if inside the Red Pool there was some kind of machine that creates random AI-generated monster concepts and incorporates them into reality? I've seen those YouTube shorts where it's just AI drawing abstract concepts as if they were final bosses of video games. What if it was just something like that? I mean, that would be topical and shit. AI is the trend nowadays. Nevertheless, nasty stuff was going down for an unspecified time period until suddenly, for 22 months, nothing came out of the pool. Was it powering up? Was it powering down? I don't know. Then all of a sudden, the staff evacuated the facility and Area 354's on-site warhead was detonated, destroying Area 354. MTF Theta 12 was tasked with answering what the F-bomb was going on as well as dealing with the evacuated personnel. However, the task force ended up getting slaughtered by the group of vehicles the personnel were using to escape the facility, and it appears like SCP-354 is able to control the minds of those nearby. Just another ability the Red Pool happens to have alongside generating all those monsters. It just doesn't seem to get enough supernatural abilities. An interview was then conducted. Okay, mate, we tried draining the damn thing and blimey, mate, it just got mad. Mad, you say? Dead set, the pool is pissed off, mate. Okay. Cracking the shots. Yes, we've established that the pool is indeed upset. What I'm attempting to unravel is, how so? I don't know, it's just bleeding angry and it's coming for us all, mate. Wait, what? How is it exactly coming for us all? It's just coming for us all and there's nothing we could white-blooded do about it. We're all dead meat, I say. We're all gonna die and get bludgeoned in a bonfire and heaps of torture and stuff. Guards, sedate this man. He is clearly insane. Oi, did you call me insane, mate? Well, good day to you too, you crooked cunt. I hope every bone in your bleeding body ain't catching cancer anytime soon. Okay, I'm gonna go to bed now. Manager, I'm curious. How did this clearly delusional man get tasked with SCP-354?
Well, he speaks English and he's not from the United States, so clearly he's Canadian. And SCP-354 is also Canadian. So, put two and two together.
I surround myself with competent people. Short story short, Area 354 was replaced with what is now called the Red Pool Containment Site, which is devoted entirely to the containment of SCP-354 and entities which may emerge from it, as well as any unforeseen forces. Secure, contain, protect, you get the point. Alright, enough about pools giving people brain rot. Let's talk about Exploratory Mission 354 Alpha. The exploration was conducted via submarine with a drill on it because nothing screams I don't know what the bleep I'm doing quite like sticking two scarcely relatable contraptions together and calling it a day. The crew that came along consisted of one doctor, 3 agents, 2 D-class personnel, 1 geologist, 1 pilot, and whatever motivation they have to take on this definitely deadly mission, probably depression. I am a terrible person. Day 1. They started going down, and as they inched their way towards, well, what is perceived to be the center of the Earth, the drill submarine moves slower and slower as the red liquid kept getting thicker and thicker. At the pace they're going, they're traveling slower than my mind and body is as I spiritualistically continue to seep deeper and deeper into the bed I'm lying in thanks to all these glorious bong rips. Wait, what? Day 3, no trip at 4:30 a.m. Gravity Uno reverses itself and what was once the drill submarine digging down is now the drill submarine rising upward. Things appear to be taking a turn for the day 4 through 6.
We out here in another plane of existence where the day-night cycle is 43.5 hours. The lake our ship rests in is red. The sun we are orbiting is also red. Is it worth noting that red appears to be a very recurring color in the world of the SCP Foundation? No? Okay.
Exclaims one of the crew members of the drill submarine. There was a quick exploration of the area which was cut short after the explorers looked at the compass and it appeared to be doing a little dance. Stupid compass. Dancing is for adrift single women. Day 9. 6 out of the 8 crew members plan to go out exploring again, this time strictly aiming to walk in a straight line to not lose direction. Apparently during the area's nighttime there's a whole bunch of moss all over the ground. The crew tried leaving before red sunrise and it freaked them out a little, so they went back inside and waited until dawn to go back out there again. Up comes the sun, lo and behold the moss has dried up again. After walking an unspecified distance and along the way catching wind of the fact that there is no wind in this world, the team found an area where there was no moss and slept the earth clock night. What if they had like a solar powered clock? How would that read? Day 10. There's nothing out here. Day 11. They stopped walking on dried moss and started walking on vast fields of mown lawns. Middle-aged men around the world would be ecstatic.
It seems that the grass also has a Napoleon complex and it's sharp. The 6th then came along a tiny little stream of liquid carbon dioxide. So like according to this video, liquid CO2 only forms under a bunch of atmospheric pressure and we haven't seen any heads exploding yet, so physics is kind of turning a blind eye to this reality. This combined with the fact that not too long ago there was a loud sourceless T-Rex noise that happened out of nowhere establishes that nothing is what it seems with this world, and that should serve as a cue to get the hell out of here. Of course, the cue is ignored and they continue to move forward. Day 14. Lovely new setting involving trees and dead grass. So lovely, in fact, that one of the trees couldn't help but come over and rest itself upon one of the tents. Dagnabbit, I suppose. Also, I will ignore this obvious gesture to evacuate such a whimsical setting. One of the agents ditched everyone. Oh yeah, let me get lost in a place that already doesn't follow physical directions. This happened again. It started raining for a long period of time, and the D-Class says he non-consensual people. Huh. What a fabulous thing to share. Really appreciate it. Day 17. The rain finally stopped. Wow, that took quite a lengthy bit of time. It's pretty convenient that the rain turned out to be just a normal annoyance and not some fantastical mess. Well, you know what they say. No, not time to go home, but adventure awaits. Huzzah. Data corruption. Day 25. Who do these jackasses think they are? Lewis and Clark? They're still heading out into the clearly freaking dangerous unknown, and well, they encounter a huge, massive, gigantic wall. It's just this wall, and they proceed, day 26, they proceed to craft this blowtorch and blowtorch their way through the wall, this symbolic sign of hitting a dead end and needing to go back. They were given several warnings too. There were layers upon layers of wall. Finally, after like 8 walls, they reach this black grass, and there's also legitimate wind. Data corruption.
Oh, so now it's time to head back. You know what? I'm not gonna waste my time with this.
Day 48. Data corruption. And out of the 6 crew members that went on the expedition, 2 successfully came back. The others died honorable cinematic deaths or something. The submarine sinks back into the Red Pool and data corruption. Disappointing ending, I know, but just let me leave it up to my imagination. 3 days later, the submarine is about to explode. The last living crew member remaining has no choice but to use every ounce of his strength to swim up to the surface. Barely able to hold in his breath for as long as he does, he makes it to the top. It is I was the Indian biologist guy who went on the exploratory mission 354 Alpha.
We have no records of exploratory mission 354 Alpha. Welcome to another dimension. Open fire!
Well, what a horrible predicament I have gotten myself into.
You got mail. I wonder what that's supposed to be.